Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Entertainment Channel, and today I am bringing to you guys my thoughts on Dragon Ball Super Chapter 55. Now, moving forward, I just want to let you guys know from now on that I'm gonna try to keep this video short. I don't want it to go on for too long, and that's mostly because there's not really much to talk about when it comes to this chapter. I mean, barely anything really happens. I mean, we do get to find out some interesting information, but other than that, it's just one fight between Vegeta and someone else, and I'm gonna be talking about that fight. But yeah, I there's not really much to talk about with this chapter, so I'm just gonna keep this brief. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, and I want to talk about the obvious first. Let's just get the obvious out of the way. Merus's identity. Merus is revealed to be an angel in this chapter. Now, look, we all kind of predicted this. No one's really surprised by this. This chapter just confirms it. And honestly, again, I don't really have much to say about that. I mean, we do get to find out some interesting information, some lore building, I guess you could say, when it comes to the angels. We get to find out that um, angels apparently aren't allowed to intervene. They're not allowed to intervene in mortal affairs. So, and to me, I thought this was very interesting because to me, it feels like it's kind of like their answer as to why. Because one of the things that we've always wondered is, ever since Whis and Beerus were introduced, Whis, considering how powerful he is, why doesn't he just get involved in matters that involve their universe, since they're so goddamn powerful? Well, in this chapter, we find out that it's because there's actually a law that says they're not allowed to. There's a law that says if they get involved and if they actually go all out, if they start to fight, then they're destroyed. Then they're or dispatched, as it's written in the Viz translation. So we find out, okay, that's why they can't interfere. So I guess that does kind of answer that question. Like for example, when it comes to Zamas. Well, actually, that's a bit of a plot hole because if they if they can get involved, then how come back in the Universe 7, or excuse me, the Future Trunks arc, by the end of it, didn't we say he knew a technique to seal away Zamas that doesn't involve the containment wave? But isn't that technically him getting involved? If that's the case, then I mean that's why I mean that's him getting involved. So I don't know. I mean that's maybe it's different. But I don't know. That's just stuck out as a little bit weird to me. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much all we get when it comes to Mirrors. I mean, despite other than that, what I found interesting was that while Mirrors was training Goku in that the Room of Spirit and Time, Mirrors wanted to go all out fighting against Goku to apparently, I guess, help him master Ultra Instinct, or I guess, well, technically he already kind of mastered it, but I guess he wants to get it to the point where he can just activate it at any time he wants. But just as he's about to do that, Whis teleports him out of there. He teleports him out of the Room of Spirit and Time, and he basically tells him like, okay, sorry, you can't do that. Like, we as angels, we're not allowed to go all out. Like, we're not allowed to start fighting. We can train people, but that's about it. We can't get involved and start fighting. And that's when the lore comes in, the information comes in. When they go all out, they get destroyed. Now, this is interesting because in some of the other universes, I wonder if maybe there are other angels out there, because if Mirrors is revealed to be an angel, then does that mean it's possible there are other angels out there who are in the mortal universe, like they're just in hiding? And it's just it's interesting it's interesting to think about, because they could go somewhere with this, and it's just it does get me interested to see what the future of the series is. So anyway, after we get that revealed, Mirrors basically just leaves with Whis. I'm guessing back to the Angels' homeworld, and we get this funny little comedic bit because Goku for a second is serious and says, "No, don't worry, I'm gonna head back to Earth and I'm gonna take care of Moro." But then he looks at Merus' ship, and he realizes he can't fly it, and he's basically like the very last panel of the chapter is just Goku screaming up at Whis to come back because he has no idea how to pilot the thing, and now he has to get back to Earth. So I found that was kind of funny. So with that taken care of, I want to get to the other part of the chapter, the other part that pretty much took up the majority of the chapter, which is Vegeta's training. Now we get back to planet Yardrat, and this guy named Pibara, who is training Vegeta, um, it shows that they're kind of right at the end of Vegeta's training, or at least the ending of Vegeta's training when it comes to the whole spirit control thing. When in the last chapter we found out that they're trying to get him to get his body and his spirit, to be like in perfect sync, and it seems like he's finally gotten there. And he makes this interesting comment, which he says, "Your spirit is now more polished than Goku's, and you managed it in no time." So it's revealed that Vegeta apparently learned this a lot quicker than Goku did, which I guess is it does kind of make sense because Vegeta is Vegeta's I guess since because of the way he's born, because he's an elite Saiyan, as he likes to say it. And I don't know. I mean, it's just interesting to think about. And now apparently they're at the point where he's ready to learn like the techniques the Yardrats have to offer. And one of the things that we get to find out is that apparently these the people from Yardrat apparently have an ability to heal. And apparently we find out that this is one of Pibara's signature moves. And Vegeta asks him, "Well, can I learn this?" And he just says, "No, no, that's an advanced technique. You need to learn the basics." And we get to find out this is interesting because we find out that he says that he wants to teach him instant teleportation, the Shunkan Ido, as it's called in Japanese. Basically, he says, okay, so we find out that this is basically like one of the most fundamental moves that you can learn when you train on Yardrat. So what Goku learned was just one of the basics. Like, it's not even one of their advanced moves. And now this is interesting because for a second we kind of think that maybe moving forward Vegeta's gonna learn the instant transmission, or instant teleportation. And to me, it would have been kind of weird, if moving forward in the story, knowing that Vegeta has that ability, because I don't know, it doesn't fit. If that makes sense. Like, whenever I think of Vegeta, I don't think of instant teleportation. It doesn't kind of fit his style of fighting, if that makes sense. And then we get interrupted by apparently one of Moro's henchmen, one of his men, finally made it to Yardrat, and they're just out there. They're blowing everything, and they're trying to get they're trying to get the plant ready for Moro. Now, to me, I found this kind of interesting because when I read this, it reminded me of Marvel Comics a bit, or more specifically, it reminded me of Galactus. For anyone who knows Marvel Comics, because in the Marvel Universe, Galactus sends out his herald, which it's normally the Silver Surfer. And what he does is he gets planets ready for Galactus to show up, and he eats them. Like, he devours the planet, or I guess the planet's energy. And this is kind of what's going on. It's like Moro sending out his heralds out there in the universe to find planets for him to, eat. And I thought that was kind of an interesting parallel. Now, I don't know if Toyotaro did this on purpose or if this was just like a happy accident. So Vegeta shows up, and he's going up against the leader who looks a lot like Zarbon. I mean, he's even got the crossing, like he crosses his arms like him. He puts one of his hands on his chin, a lot like a lot like Zarbon. And anyway, they get ready to fight, and Vegeta gets ready to fire like a finger blast, and it's a lot bigger than even he expected it to be. Like, he probably thought he was just gonna fire like a smaller blast, which won't really affect the surrounding much, but will take out that guy. Now, to me, I found this a little interesting. Now, it nearly obliterates the city, but what's even more interesting is the guy he's fighting against actually survived it. So, I mean, I guess that does kind of speak to his strength. Now, Vegeta obviously isn't going all out, but the fact that he fired a blast that even Vegeta thought was stronger than he wanted it to be, and the fact that he's alive, I guess that does kind of say something about this guy, even though we all know he's gonna end up being a joke. And anyway, Vegeta's surprised by this, and it's revealed to him that Vegeta's gotten a lot stronger than he was before, so strong that even he doesn't know how strong he is. And it's revealed that before he showed up here, Vegeta's body and his spirit were off balance, that he couldn't project his own energy very well. Now, this to me is interesting because I'm wondering if maybe that's why Vegeta was always a step behind Goku, because we know that Goku trained on Yardrat. So it does kind of get me wondering, is this why Goku always was a step above Vegeta, because he learned how to keep his body and his spirit like in perfect sync, that he has sort of more control over his energy than even Vegeta did? Because if you remember back in Resurrection F, Whis did make a comment about this. Like, well, technically the comment he made was that Vegeta's always so, like, he's always so tense and on edge, that it kind of explained why he's always like a kind of a step behind Goku, because like Goku knows how to let himself, relax a bit. But obviously, it's Whis also says that that's kind of Goku's one of his weaknesses, that he sometimes lets his guard down a bit too quickly. And we saw what happened in Resurrection F, even though it was kind of. But anyway, so apparently it's revealed that now that Vegeta has his body and his spirit, in sync, that apparently he's like way, way stronger. Like he can project his power way, way, much better than he used to be. And he even says, like in one of the panels, he says, "Yeah, you've gotten stronger by like leaps and bounds." I mean, which is crazy to think about, because Vegeta himself was already pretty damn strong at this point in the story. So now to tell us that he's like leaps and bounds even stronger than he already was, it's interesting, because it does get me to wonder, like, okay, Vegeta now is a lot stronger, but Goku's been training with an angel all this time. So it does get me thinking, like, okay, who's stronger now? So is Vegeta a lot stronger now? Or is Goku a lot stronger because he's been training with an angel? Now, granted, it's Merus and now Whis or any of the other angels now. It's not really clear whether or not all the angels are just as powerful as each other, or if some of them are stronger than than the others. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see moving forward. And he says, and he even tells Vegeta moving forward, or Pibara tells Vegeta, like, okay, you need to be careful. Like, you need to be way more in control of your power than you even were before. And this Zarbon guy sends like these two useless jabronis, and Vegeta obviously takes care of them very easily. He even sends them flying into these two buildings, like right behind him, like it's nothing. And Vegeta's getting a lot of shine in this chapter. Just wish a certain other person got that kind of shine later, early in the previous chapter, but instead they got cucked. Oof. So if you're wondering why I didn't do why I didn't do a video on the previous chapters, because if you read it and you saw what happened, you should know that kind of disappointed me. So yeah, he takes care of those guys like it's nothing, and then this guy, he basically transforms a lot like Zarbon, except his mouth, his jaw sort of looks a lot more like a crocodile or an alligator. If you've read the chapter, you know what I'm talking about. So he gets ready to attack him, and Vegeta just says, "Yeah, I mean, I've already seen this. This guy's nothing." And yeah, Vegeta just takes care of this guy like it's nothing. Now, I should comment, I'm really liking the artwork on this chapter, and I can definitely tell the Toyotaro is definitely improved, at least when it comes to his paneling. I mean, I do still think that one of the things that I've noticed with Toyotaro is that he kind of has panels that are kind of unnecessary. Like these kind of panels, they show you something that you kind of already saw, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of hard to explain because I don't really have the panels. I just have the this logo of Dragon Ball Super, but I'm trying not to show any manga panels because I don't want to get this I don't want to get a copyright strike. But I'll try in the next video to see if I can put up some manga panels to let you know what I'm talking about when it comes to the chapter, or when it comes to when I'm talking about when during the how Toyotaro kind of structures his manga pages. So anyway, yeah, Vegeta just takes care of this guy like it's nothing. We get the typical arrogant Vegeta. Um, so yeah, he the fight just keeps going. Vegeta again takes is just this guy's nothing. Now this is interesting because this guy picks up like an entire part of the building like it's nothing, and he throws it at Vegeta. Now, again, to us, this is nothing because we all know that at this point of the story, the kind of strength these people have is just it's insane. Like these people have enough power to probably like with the force of one punch, they can probably shatter an entire galaxy. So yeah, this is nothing. I mean, we even get this awesome page where Vegeta just in one panel you see him put his dodge and then put his hand on the building and then just slightly pushes it away again like it's nothing. It's interesting. And this is and what's even more interesting is that Vegeta's even telling him, "Look, just stop this, okay? I mean, look, if you keep going, I'm gonna end up killing you." Which to me is interesting because Vegeta himself has never had a problem killing, but to the fact that he got to a point where, um, the fact that where he's at a point where he's not really like he's not really just going in for the kill like he usually does. And so yeah, the fight keeps going, and again, Vegeta, he's no match for or Vegeta. He's taking this guy out like he's nothing, and this guy reveals to him that Moro knows about Earth and he's on his way there, and anyway, he tries to get away, and Vegeta tries to get away on his ship, but Vegeta he almost like blasts the ship out. Um, but one of his attacks that he threw earlier falls back on him, and it ends up killing him, which is kind of mirroring what happened on Namek with Frieza when he threw that energy disc at Goku. Then it ended up slicing him in half, which just it's sad. It's really sad. No, it isn't. So anyway, Vegeta. Now this is interesting. Vegeta says this Galactic Patrol guy that tries to tell Vegeta like, hey, we need to hurry back to Earth. But Vegeta says no, the Earth is fine, and it's revealed that like now that he's honed his spirit, he says that he can sense other spirits, even ones that are far away, especially considering that how far away Yardrat is from Earth. So far that it's out of the Galactic Patrol's jurisdiction, and he can tell easily that Earth is fine. And he tells him, "Look, I don't have time to learn instant teleportation." And he says, "Look, I just need you to teach me a move that can take down Moro." And the others are saying, like, no, you need to follow the lesson plan like you usually do, like everyone. But he says, "Yeah, that's fine," but he says it's fine because he doesn't have a lot of time, so we need to hurry up. So apparently, I don't know where this is gonna lead, but I'm guessing he's gonna teach him something that's gonna help him win against Moro. So that's interesting. And we cut to Moro's ship where he learns about Vegeta and the fact that he's gotten a lot stronger. And he says, "No, don't worry about it. I'll just keep devouring planets, and I'll, I'll get a lot stronger than than I already am." And that's pretty much it. Yeah, I think I've already covered everything I think I've already covered everything in this chapter. So overall, I thought it was an okay chapter. I mean, it's not the best. It's not one of my favorites. I mean, it was like I said, the majority of the chapters is one big fight, and there's not really much to get into except some of the stuff that's been revealed in the Goku the Vegeta fight with the Zarbon lookalike, the Merus being revealed to be an angel, and obviously we get some more information as to why the angels can intervene in whatever's going on in their universe. Like that's their law. So, but other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's gonna be it. I'm gonna end this right now. I'm hoping this isn't longer than I originally planned it to be. But let me know what you guys thought of this chapter in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, if you want to see more videos like this where I give you guys my thoughts on the recent chapter on Dragon Ball Super, please hit that like button, share this video, and again, let me know in the comment section what you guys thought of this. Thank you so much for watching up until this point, and subscribe if you if you really want to support this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you join me on my next video. Bye.